Hello and welcome to Cluckmech Oasis, and the game has just been updated with the co-op mode, so if you have some friends, then you can play the multiplayer with them, and you can defend against the almighty cactus enemy, or the plant enemy, whatever they are. Anyway, we're going to be starting a new game here, and there are a wide variety of different characters to choose from. You can choose from, obviously, the Warcluck himself. You can even play as the craftsman mole, and you can see here that they all have different abilities and different statistics and so on and so forth. And for me personally, I think I'm probably just going to play the Warcluck for the moment, because I actually haven't played a full level. I just completed the tutorial, so I thought, hey, let's just keep it simple. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. So let's go. Alright, so we're going to start with some gold. What is this? These are my latest inventions, pick one. Okay, Shrimp Hammer Trap will not be a target for enemies, attacks and knock back enemies above. Gunfire Gecko shoots randomly around for 3 seconds, then converted to gecko wreckage after destruction. Okay, and we have the Egg Tower. Auto attack enemies within range. Alright, let's take the Egg Tower. I think that sounds like the best one for me right now. And basically what we have to do is we have to journey to a certain point. As you can see right here, it seems like we are going to have to journey because we are in a mobile sort of battle vehicle of some kind. And as you can see, choose a suitable location to drag and place the mobile base. The enemy is coming from the north over there. So I'm going to be placing my little base over here, I guess. That sounds like the best possible solution. And we're going to be putting some turrets over here. We need to destroy these. This gives us power, and this power is going to be used to, you guessed it, yes indeed, murder things, you know, place down turrets and murder things. And yeah, this is also a mine over here, by the way. This is a mine right here, and if we can actually place this down, this is going to be great. Okay, I'm going to actually place this here, I think, and place that round about there, and hopefully we are going to be able to continue mining. Basically, this is the entire point right now. Okay, I'm going to need more power. I'm hopeful that we will have enough abilities to kind of help ourselves. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to place this down here. Because here's the thing, we do have like a shield thing that helps us, and I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be enough to kind of help us. I'm hopeful that it will be, at least. I'd like to move this, actually. I think I made a mistake with that positioning, but oh well, never mind. I think we should be fine. I'm just going to try and do as much damage as I can to the mine here, because the more power I can get, the better. So we're just going to continue placing as many of these turrets down as possible. We need a huge amount of turrets. Just a massive, massive amount of turrets. And we're going to place another one down here. Place this one here. There we go. And we basically just want to try to create a wall of shields, just so that we don't have to worry about them. And I am gonna place this around about here, I guess, because bear in mind that obviously these shields, they have massive amounts of HP, whereas the regular turrets, they do not. You know, as you can quite clearly tell, they really do not have a lot. So they are going to be very, very easy for enemies to deal with. And there's also another mine over here, so if I wanted to, we could have actually gone a little bit further, but obviously that's probably not going to happen now. As you can see, no, we seem to be absolutely fine. I don't think I have any more space, unfortunately. I think I'm probably just going to have to place that round about there. But yeah, we are absolutely destroying everything. Mr. Radish Hyper Attack. What? Hyper Attack? What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, well, I'm just going to place that round about there just to make sure. It's the boss. Okay, I see. It's the boss. It is very much dead, though. Okay, that was fun. Alright, so we absolutely destroyed the first level, but of course it is the first level, so, you know, let's just, you know, rein our confidence in a little bit. All Cluckmechs deal 10% more damage. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Clucktech turret, chick turret. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, there we go. Leaving the stage. We'll leave the stage in just a second, and there we have it. Okay, so we've got some more gold, we've got some power and everything. That's obviously fine. And now we can choose where we want to go. Do we want to go to supplies, shop, or repairs? Well, we don't need to repair, so I will go to the supply store. Ah, there we go. We can claim this. Or choosing savings will forfeit the current supply, increasing the level of the next supply. The higher the supply level, the richer the rewards. I'm going to put it in savings. I think that sounds like a fun idea. Why not? And we now have the workshop available. I don't know what the workshop does. Okay, we can enhance stuff. Okay, so let's enhance the egg tower. Let's see, attack. Ooh, attack damage might be kind of fun, but I'm also thinking about attack speed. Let's go for attack speed. Did I actually do that? Oh yeah, apparently I did. Okay, that's fantastic. Evolve -2 seconds. No, I don't really care about that too much. What I really care about is the +10 attack. I think that's going to be extremely, extremely impactful. And now we can continue onward. There we have it. Okay, now, here we go. Let's do this, this, and this. Same thing. We're just going to be continuing to summon as many of these things as possible. I do need to place this. I think here is probably going to be the best place, maybe, or... the question is, where do we want to... this is a bit of a problem, because on the one hand, we've got two different areas that they can come from. This is a bit... it's potentially problematic. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's going to be okay. Alright, so let's just place this. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem here, I think. I'm going to have to place this around about here, I guess. And we're going to have to do some mining. Let's place this here. We want to obviously place the wall in front, if we can. And then we just want to try to build up our defenses as much as possible. I'm going to have to get some turrets over here as well, because this is actually going to provide us with additional power, of course. We're just going to put this... where do we want this? Where do we want this? Probably right about here. And we probably want... another one round about here. There we go. And they're both going to be evolving, of course, and then they're going to be attacking the mine when they can. And then we're otherwise just going to be placing a wall. Oh no! Ah, we're getting murdered. Oh, we're getting absolutely destroyed. Okay, this is bad. This is bad news right here. Bad news. Okay. Yeah, it's because I was, elsewhere. I was doing bad things. Okay, so we're going to have to make sure that that is sorted out quite a bit here. Alright, I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to put another one of these there. There we go. And we can't destroy any of these, of course. We can destroy this, though, for some more power. There we go. Wave 2 is coming. Okay, I do have a special ability I can use, by the way, with my little guy, with my little hero. And as you can see, it is like a pushback. It's like a knockback kind of deal, and it does a massive amount of damage as well, so I'm very much appreciating that right now. Is really helping us out a great deal. You can see here that they're doing a lot of damage to us, but we don't really need to worry too much about this, as you could see. Now let's place this right here, place that there, and how are we doing over here? I think I'm going to place this here, just so that this thing can start to mine away. Yeah, they're taking a little bit too long, in my opinion, to actually mine these things. So, I think I should probably place that around about there as well. Okay, let's place this here. Another one. There we go. I just want to try to create as many walls as possible, just to make it really, really difficult. Okay, there we go. We're actually being attacked by some kind of potato. Yeah, there we go. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, it's going to be a little bit problematic. I'm going to put a shield there. Thankfully, we do have a lot of damage in this area, so we should be completely fine. I'm just literally going to wait now. I'm not going to use any more power, because I'd like to try and see whether the power is saved to the next level. I think it might. There we go. He just literally clearly ran into that. There we go. Power is full. There we are. Fantastic. Yes. 10% more attack speed. That sounds great. Let's go with that. And then the stage is done. There we go. Yeah, power is full. So we have 20 power right now. I'm hopeful that it will be full for the next stage. But if it isn't, no, it isn't. Okay, so we start with 3 power every single time we do a level. Okay, that's good to know. You see, it's good to test these kinds of things out just so that we have an idea as to how we can progress in the very beginning stages of the next level. You find a buried supply crate in the dirt, presumably left over from earlier. That doesn't appear to have been opened, and you choose to pry open the box or contact Sea Lioneer for recovery. All Cluckmech, block +3, attack +2. Or upgrade by 2 levels. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna pry it open. You pry open the supply box, and sure enough, there's something else inside. It looks like it's from a previous batch, providing a different supply than it does now. There we go. Alright, so we did get a small little benefit from that. And I can also go to the supply little cache here, and we're going to be putting it in... I don't know, actually. I mean, we can get the Circus Chameleon now, which allows it to transform into a random Cluckmech of any quality from C to A. That could be extremely powerful. You know what? I'm gonna put it in savings once again. I'm gonna go for the big time right here, you know? I'm gonna go for the big time. Alright, so let's enhance the egg tower once again. Plus 300 health if Cluck Tech Turret is deployed. I don't really see the point in that, so I'm gonna actually just be going for more attack. My Scare Cluck needs to get a little bit of an increase here. What is this? Reduces damage taken by 1 for every 1 block. Okay, that could be really, really useful actually. 50% chance to drop 2 power on destruction. On deploy, gain health equal to character's current power times 100. That sounds insanely good. Let's go for this again. Unique, turn aggro to the max. I don't know what that actually means. I'm going to be going for base power though, I think. Plus 2 block for every 1,000 health of the mobile base. I think that seems pretty good. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. Okay, let's continue onward. And here's the next battle. There we go. Alright, so we'll go with this, this, and this. There we go. Very nice. And we could do a challenge as well. There is a challenge at the bottom here. If we enable this, regular enemies grow larger with more health. Yes, that sounds not very good. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to die instantly if I do that. Anyway, so we do have a number of different places that the enemy can come from. Let's see where we're going to place our little base. I guess we could place it around about here if we wanted to, which is probably not going to work. So I'm actually going to be placing it here instead. I know that maybe sounds a little bit weird, but I think it's going to work out much, much better than we think. So I'm just going to put this here, and then we are going to be hopefully getting some power. I'm going to have to destroy this to get some. There we go. And now we can play this here. And we got another one. There we go. Just going to play as many of these as I can. We're going to need it. We are going to need it badly. We're going to need it badly. Alright, so we're getting huge amounts of enemies coming in. I'm going to have to place this huge amounts of these guys. And I'm getting more power here. I am going to be putting another wall up. Mobile base. Oh no! Oh, no, no, they've got ranged, they've got, I mean, not ranged, they've got flying people. They've got flying people, this is not very good. Okay, this is bad. This is bad news. Okay, I'm gonna have to build a couple of extra people over there. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be fine though, I think. That's gonna be absolutely fine. Not a problem. Gonna have to go over here, place that there. Just gonna have to make sure that we get these guys out of there. Got some decent amounts of power right now. I'm going to place these here. And... wow, this is a big mine right here as well. Okay, I'm going to have to kill this. Going to put that there, just so that it can potentially shoot at flying enemies. Okay, placing this down. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, they're going to have to do some damage. This is kind of bad. I'm going to have to place that there as well, because obviously it takes a little bit of time for them to evolve, of course. And what we can do is we can start placing some things just randomly in other places, because as soon as they enter this area of the Scare Cluck, I'm pretty sure they're going to be just attacking that. Ah, they are actually coming from the north here as well. Okay, yeah, I didn't actually remember that. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, we could probably just do this then instead. Maybe this is gonna work. I'm gonna knock them back, of course, with my ability. Let's see if we can continue to play in this area. Oh, wow, this is a little bit problematic. Putting another wall there. I'm just going to put as many things down as I possibly can now, because this is probably going to be the most useful. And there we go. We did actually destroy that obstacle, which is quite nice. And now I can continue to build things. I'm going to make sure we got another wall up and running there, just in case. Going to put a couple of turrets over there so that they can get the mining going. We should destroy this over here. There we go. I'm basically just trying to maximize our power usage as much as possible, as well as taking into account our cooldowns, because the cooldowns are obviously going to make a big difference. We have removal mode as well, by the way. There is actually a removal mode in the game, so you can remove things if you want to. King Onion Grab. Okay, well, this is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, he's going to be very, very damaging, I'm assuming. Whoa, that is a massive enemy. That is a massive, massive enemy. Okay. Let me just play this around about there, and just, yeah, he's gonna die very, very quickly, I think. But unfortunately, it does take quite some time for these things to actually start firing, but that is entirely my own fault, because I knew that was gonna happen, but that's okay, because as you can see, we are absolutely slaughtering. Okay, all Cluckmechs gain 5 more attack, or 10% more damage. I'm pretty sure that the 10% more damage is going to be the way to go, because they currently have 83, so 10% of that is 8.3, so that's probably better than 5, right? At least it should be. Anyway, we're going to be getting a decent amount here, and I did take a little bit of damage this time because I was unaware of the flying units, but now we know that they're going to be flying. That's going to be fine. Okay, so we can go to the supply and then go to the repair, or we can go to the shop and then the supply and then the workshop. I think that's probably going to be the way to go, because I don't need to repair right now. What is this? Okay. A fossil velociraptor. It seeks enemies to attack. It also has a death rattle. That's pretty cool. An electric eel turret. Auto attack enemies within range. Can create a circular electric field in place that inflicts paralyze. It decreases enemy attack speed. And then we have a capybara stand. Friendly units nearby gain plus 10 attack, plus 5 block, non-stackable. That might actually be extremely, extremely impactful for us. So I'm going to be buying that. And then we'll move on. There we go. Alright, let's go to the supply. Let's see what we get. Okay, we get 80 gold and plus 2,000 mobile base health. Does that actually increase the maximum health of the mobile base? I'm gonna go for savings again. I am going all out. I'm going all in on this. I don't think this is actually gonna help me that much, to be honest. But maybe it will, maybe it will. Anyway, capybara stand, I'm gonna be upgrading this. 20% chance to be power free, calculated separately each time. That actually could be extremely useful. I'm gonna go for the capybara stand again. Drop 1 power every 45 seconds. On deploy, drop 1 power. On deploy, drop 1 power. Sounds really, really good. That is going to be insanely, insanely strong, actually. Because if we place that down, we're going to be gaining 1 power immediately. And that 1 power is going to provide me with the ability to use the egg tower straight away, which I think is going to be very, very useful. It may not be, you know. It may not be, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so where are we being attacked from? Okay, we're being attacked from the north. And that seems to be it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's move over here. Let's get the capybara here, egg here, and then we're gonna have to start killing some of these to get some power really, really fast. Can I please place that down? Thank you. Okay. Gonna have to place this here. I have no idea whether this is... Oh, this is bad. Okay, yeah. Might have an issue. Might have a small problem. Oh, wow. This is a bigger problem than anticipated. Okay. We might be okay. We might be fine. Very much depends. No, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, I really thought that we were dead there for a second. I thought we were going to have some huge problems. Okay, we're going to have to play these walls very, very closely to us right now. And I'm going to have to build more of these straight away. I need another one of these just to make sure that we have them available. I'm going to have to build another wall there. And we're just going to have to build loads more turrets. It's going to be extremely, extremely important for us to do that. And I may have to build another one in front there as well. There it is. Okay. Good enough, I think. I don't think multiple capybaras actually help us, so me building that was absolutely useless, but I was kind of just testing it out. I think it doesn't do anything. I could be wrong, I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it does anything. Are we gonna be attacked from anywhere else? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, that is absolutely fine then, so I can just place that around about there. Okay, good. That is wonderful. And I can basically just play these at will now, and we really don't have to worry super much about it. I think they died from that. Okay, I see. We're dead now. I think we are dead now. Yes, I think we're gonna have some huge problems. I'm gonna need to get another wall up there. Another one of these. I think this is actually a really bad area. I think I've done a really bad job of actually building my turrets. I think these turrets are in a really terrible position, to be honest. And I could have done a much better job. But I decided not to. Yes, I decided not to because I'm an idiot. So there you go. That's what happens. Anyway, we'll just place that roundabout there anyway. Yeah, I mean, it might still work out. But I'm having a hard time actually thinking that it will at this point, because I'm thinking, yes, they're probably going to murder us in every single way that they have available, which is indeed vegetables. You know, they are all vegetables, if you haven't already noticed, which I think is hilarious. And indeed, I'm not entirely sure what vegetables have done to chickens, but apparently they are wanting to attack us and murder us very, very viciously. So, yes, that is indeed a thing. I'm gonna actually just play a couple more of these. It's probably not even really worth it, or even necessary, but I feel like, you know, we should probably do it, just in case. I feel like we have actually stabilized the situation quite well, which is very surprising, because I really thought we were dead, to be honest. I thought we were absolutely 100% dead when we first did this. But there is still the boss. Just bear that in mind. There's still the boss. So, of course, it can still go badly. Okay, so I can't play anything there because that is in the water. Can I place anything there? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good at least. Pot plant. It has a quick hatch and it does an AoE. Okay. Oh, automatic fire. Oh, auto fire. I didn't even realize that I could do that. Okay, that's going to help me a great deal. Okay, I love that. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, no, I don't even need to worry about this. This is absolutely fine. As you can see, this thing does not have the ability to get through the wall, and it's dying pretty quickly, so I don't really need to worry about this in any way. I thought to myself I would have to worry, but no. Nope. It's absolutely fine. We're done. And yeah, I actually, you know what? I probably should have taken that thing. I probably should have taken that thing to make it so that the egg evolves faster. I think that probably would really help. Flame bullets. Warcluck fires an additional missile for every 15 attacks dealt, dealing 20 explosive damage. Warcluck's attacks fire 2 more ammo, attack minus 25%. I actually think the burn is going to be insanely good. I think the burn is going to be really, really strong, actually. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And there we go. We have indeed cleared the Crystal Cave. And now we can choose something else. Okay, what is this? A mole increase. Proactively approach the base for guarding. On deploy, makes mobile base +5 attack. Okay. Rogue Pigeon. Attract enemies within range. On deployed, attempts to devour one ranged non-guard Cluckmech, gaining its power consumption times 650 health on success, and return power consumed for its placement. Okay. So that's like a shield of some kind? That's like the scarecrow thing? Scarecluck thing? Attract enemies within range. On deploy, attempts to devour one ranged non-lair Cluckmech. Character attack +2 on success. Okay, I think the rogue pigeon is probably going to be the one I'm going to go for. There we go. I think that sounds pretty fun. So, there we go. We've done the crystal cave. Now we're going to be going into the mushroom swamp. We have the supply here. Let's take a look. What are we going to get? Ah, that sounds pretty fun, actually. I think that seems pretty cool. +3 initial power. I think I'm going to claim that. There we go. So now we're getting 6 initial power, which is really quite nice in my opinion. A duck wearing a cap called Chin. I believe that's how it's said, because I think this game might be made by Chinese developers. Maybe. I'm actually not entirely sure. But yeah, anyway. Blocks your way, claiming it is a mech gorilla trainer. Chin offers you a challenge and promises that if you win, you can get his well-trained Cluckmech gorilla. Game on. I have no idea what that means. Oh, we're actually going into a battle. Okay, this is interesting. Right. So what I should do is I should use this, and this, and I should not use the Scarecluck ever again. Apparently. I guess we'll see. Anyway, we're going to be attacked by this. Let me place this. Where do we want to place this, actually? I think placing this here is probably going to be the best course of action. And now we're going to be playing this here, and this here. And we're just going to be getting the power, of course. Play that there. Perfect. Non-ranged. What does that mean? That's going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, non-ranged. So in other words, the capybara, I assume. It's going to eat the capybara or something like that? It's got a 30-second cooldown from what I remember. So, might be a little bit difficult. These guys do not get knocked back. Okay. That might be a bit of a problem for us. No, I think it might be okay. I mean, these guys don't do that much damage, from what I can see. They are doing basically no damage whatsoever. What is going on here? This is kind of weird. All right. Well, let's put this here. I'm gonna put this here just to kind of help out with the destruction of the mine. And this is a bit strange. Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like this is a bit of a weird scenario to be in right now. But I guess it's pretty decent. I mean, if we can get the mech gorillas, that's gonna be extremely useful. I wonder whether they play Feel Good Inc. or not. It might not be. It's probably going to be some other song or another, maybe. I don't actually know, but yeah. Anyway, we'll put another little guy down there. Okay, yeah. Oh, they have AOE. Okay, yeah, they have AOE. They just literally destroyed. Oh no, they didn't destroy any of the walls. So that's obviously fine. But they did destroy everything else. Let's put the capybara back there, because that increases our damage. There we go. Okay, we'll put this here just to make sure that we can get the mine destroyed potentially. And we need another wall, I think. Let's put that there. I think that sounds pretty good. And, you know, funnily enough, I should probably be getting out there to try and inflict as much damage as possible, because I do have that new burn thing. And I think that burning thing makes a huge difference. I think it does a massive amount of damage. At least I think so. Let me see. Let's put that there. Yeah, so the only... Okay, so now one thing that I gotta say is that I truly believe that the scare pigeon, I think it's a very difficult thing to use, mostly because its cooldown is really, really large in comparison to what we were seeing before. Gonna go for more attack speed here. There we go. Yeah, so it's cooldown. Attempt to devour one ranged non-guard Cluckmech, gaining its power consumption. Okay, so in other words, I need to place down a ranged Cluckmech before I place down the wall, and then I will have a really, really good strong wall to begin with. So I think that's actually going to make a huge difference. So what do the mech gorillas do? Oh, that seems... Does that seem really cool to you? I think that seems really cool. Okay, let's actually see how this works. Okay, it has a self-heal. That is insane. What? Restore health every second, reduce damage taken? That sounds insanely good. The Grateful Dead, what's this? +5 attack when a character is defeated, +10 attack speed, ×2. What? I will go for the self-heal, I think. Let's just enhance this thing a whole bunch. Okay. Yeah, +500 health, -15% damage taken. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do this again. Damage doubles every 4 attacks. Has a chance to trigger a critical hit. That sounds insanely strong. But we're going to go for piling up, because that's going to give us even more damage reflect and stuff like that. I think that sounds really good. Restore 2% of health, or we could go for this again. Another? What? This is... Oh, wow. We've just created an absolutely insane unit. If it's actually even going to be usable. It might not even be usable, which is hilarious, because I might have just, you know, messed myself up super dramatically here. But let's see how it goes. What is its power? What is its power cost? I didn't even check that. Power cost is 8. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, this might be a problem. Alright, so where are we coming from? We're coming from up there. Okay, so let's place this here. And then we're going to have to play this very, very close by here. Place these two here. There we go. And now I'm going to have to go over here and actually destroy some stuff. Because we are going to need to do something pretty quickly. There we go. Okay, yeah, we buffed that dramatically. That's very, very nice. And I'm not sure how this is going to work. Yeah, this is going to be maybe kind of difficult. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Maybe this is going to be okay. Maybe we're going to be absolutely fine. Unfortunately, this flying thing is going over there. I'm going to have to put one of these guys out there. The flying things are going to be really annoying to deal with. There we go. Yep, consume that. It's going to gain some HP, which is exactly what we want, of course. And do I have 8 power yet? Can I please get 8 power? I want to get one of those gorillas. It's going to be insane. I think it's going to be insane, at least. Maybe it's going to be really, really disappointing. What do you bet? What do you bet it's going to be disappointing? Can I use it? Okay, there we go. It's going to seek enemies now. Okay. You better go and seek enemies, Mr. Gorilla. Hopefully you're going to help us out quite a great deal. Okay, wow, it's doing... I think it's doing big damage. Isn't it doing big damage? Or at least I think it is. Maybe it isn't. Play that round about there. There we go. Okay, we're just going to be playing huge amounts of eggs. That's pretty much it. Just play massive amounts of eggs in this area here. And we should probably try to get even more of these. Yeah, I mean, if we can try to destroy this, then we can maybe get our gorilla to go and seek enemies like properly, because unfortunately he's not really doing much. Unfortunately, there we go. Okay, so now he's actually going to go and do that. That's useful, at least. Let's place another one of these down here just in case. Let's destroy that one as well. Get some power. There we go. And we can play that there, I guess, and then we can just do that, and that's going to consume something. There we go. And it's gaining a pretty significant bonus from it, so I actually quite like that. And now we can do this. Another gorilla here. There we go. So we've got 2 gorillas. They've got actually very low cooldown. Very, very low cooldown on this, considering what a powerful unit it is. As you can see, it is actually restoring its HP rather dramatically. And as you can tell, they are pretty strong. And if you can get some power, you're going to be absolutely fine. You are really going to be absolutely fine. It's actually crazy to see that. And it's AoE as well, which is even funnier. So yeah, we can put another one out there. Giant mushroom. Okay, it clones things and it summons stuff. Okay, good to know. Play that round about there. There we go. Okay, I wonder how fast this thing is actually going to die. It looks to be dying pretty quickly, but obviously, bear in mind, my gorillas are indeed, of course, going to start dying because, you know, that's just how it goes. They are, in general, out there on the front line, as it were. And it would be a lot easier if this thing would actually come and attack us, but clearly they're not, it's not thinking about that right now. And yeah, this one is over here, which is obviously not great, but that's because I placed it there. That's the thing. I thought it would run to the nearest enemy and it would just consistently go to seek them out, you know what I mean? But that's not how it works. It's just basically it stays where you have placed it and then it just goes to the nearest enemy from that point. So now that I know that, that's pretty good. Anyway, let's have a look. Elemental effect inflicted by attacks 10%, attack speed plus 4%. That could be pretty useful, but I'm actually going to be going for attack speed, I think. Or 25% more health. 25% more health could be useful actually for our shields. I think that might make more sense. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Anyway, we can now leave. I think the gorillas are actually kind of cool. I don't know. I think they're kind of fun to use. I think they would be even better if we could get additional power so that we can use them straight away in the very beginning of the level. I think that would be much more fun, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's go to the event. Several eagle bureaucrats descended from the sky, planning to conduct a damage test on you. They placed a target pumpkin on the ground and started counting. Start attacking. There we go. The eagle bureaucrats were pleased, leaving behind a bag of gold as they flew away with smirks. There we go. So they gave us 75 gold. Very nice. Okay, we can go into the supply now, and they're going to give me 50 gold. I'm just going to put that in the savings again. There's no real point in actually continuing with that, in my opinion. And now we can go over to the workshop and enhance our mech gorilla once again. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's see here. The damage of each attack fluctuates between 25% and 250% of its original value. Okay, that's not particularly strong. Move speed? Full power cannon, I think, is probably best. Let's enhance this again. 1500 health. Or we could go for piling up again and get plus 30% damage reflect. Even more damage reflect. I think that actually seems really, really strong, to be honest. So we're going to do that. And then we will start to get Rogue Pigeon upgraded. 50% damage reflect? That's crazy. A self-heal? What? Okay, yeah, self-heal. Yeah, come on. I mean, come on now. How can we say no to self-heal, right? Okay, so let's do it. I don't even use these things that much, but I kind of feel like I need to take them just because. Let's use the capybara stand. There we are. Okay, fantastic. So our mech gorilla is 100% upgraded now. So I am very much looking forward to using that. And let's see, where are we going to be attacked? Okay, so we're going to be attacked from here. So that means I should probably place this. I mean, technically, I should place this here if I want to be the safest, right? But I'm actually going to be placing it here because this is closest to a bunch of mining opportunities. I think that seems like the best course of action. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play that there. And we're going to play this here. And then we're basically just going to go by ourselves over in this direction. And we're just going to try to get as much power as possible while I can. There we go. Try and get this. There we are. Okay, and we're just going to put a... I'm just going to put a gorilla. I'm just going to put a gorilla straight away. Gorilla straight away down there. That is hilarious. Okay, now let me actually see. Okay, so enemies are going to come from this direction. So if I can defend by myself for a little amount of time, then this should be pretty good. If we can make that work. There we go. Play that. Wonderful. Okay, now we've got a massive wall. And this is going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. And I can just kill that. Yeah, they do have the cloning thing that they do, which is kind of annoying, but you know, that's just how it goes. Okay, let's get this over here. I'm gonna get that on the mining, get that on the mining as well. We need to get a couple of extra things over here too. This is gonna make a huge difference to our income, to our power income, and we need to get power income, because that's the funny thing, you know, this is the whole point of the game, you know, you want to try to get as much power incoming to you as possible, because that is fundamentally going to increase your overall power level. Haha. Yes, indeed. Okay, so gonna play this. Gonna put another wall down there just because, and then we're gonna place a capybara there, even though this is not particularly good, not a particularly good location for it, but it's gonna be good enough for now. And let's see how we're gonna do. So far, it's okay. Yeah, that's dead. Yeah, we need to do something else here. My gorilla got killed, so we're gonna... I'm probably... Actually, you know what? I think what we should probably do is place this here. Place a gorilla here, because that's in range, right? That's in range. And then just place a bunch of extra, like, eggs around here, I guess. And then we are literally just going to be playing another gorilla when I can, because I can do that almost immediately. So we're going to place that round about here. Can I do that? Can I do that? There we go. Okay, finally we had the ability to do so, because I couldn't play it on the on that area there. For some reason, these enemies are absolutely murdering us right now. That is hilarious, but that's okay. We're still fine, you know. I'm still having a decent-ish time. Play a gorilla. Can I? There we go. Okay, we just need to... Basically, all we need to do right now is spam gorillas, you know? Just spam gorillas as much as possible. And I know that sounds hilarious, but, you know, we do need to do that. And let's actually see what's going on here. You need to help out on that. Help out on this. Gorilla needs to be summoned. Let's summon it there. There we go. And summon more of these. There we go. Okay, I think we are absolutely fine now, actually. So we should be good. Yep, boiling hot pot. There we go. Okay, it seems to have poisonous abilities or something like that. Gonna get another gorilla in this location. Place that there. Yeah, we're gonna need to do this. He's gonna eat something. That's fine. That's fine. It ate one of the. It ate the capybara. Actually, not particularly good for it to eat that, but I guess that's fine. The boss is coming from this location, so we're just gonna be playing another gorilla here. And now it's just. Now it's game over. It's game over for them. There is really nothing that they can do against such a superior gorilla enemy. And that is, of course, the whole deal here. There are just too many gorillas. They cannot do anything. And it's gonna be game over for him. Yep, look at that. He just cannot do anything. It is hilarious, actually. And what's even funnier is that because our gorillas have such an insane amount of damage reflection, they are... basically, the enemy is killing himself. The enemy is killing himself, which is great. Okay, so more attack speed, I think. More attack speed. Yeah, we're literally at, like, what, 50% increased attack speed or something like that with our Cluckmechs, which is incredibly fun. I am loving that. Okay, so we got some gold. And then we are through to the third round of the Mushroom Swamp. Obviously, we do have a couple of extra levels to go. However, that is probably going to be it for this episode. I'm going to get carried away otherwise, and I'm going to continue playing because it is just that much fun. So anyway, if you want to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.